Today we got the top 8 NBA busts of all time in one team. Let's see how good they'll be. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's just get straight into this one, guys. Sorry for this video. We obviously have injuries off because a lot of these players did end up not playing long in the NBA due to the fact they got injured very quickly and they just couldn't stay fit. We have also turned NBA salary cap off just because I want the Indiana Pacers, which is a team that I'm using right now, to be able to build around these players because I am going to make these players stay in Indiana for about 10 seasons. We'll do 10 seasons of these players staying with Indiana. Taking a look at the starting lineup, we got Jimmy Fredette playing the point guard position. Obviously, Jimmy Fredette came in to the NBA. He wasn't the greatest player, but a lot of people compared him to Stephen Curry with his shooting. Next, we got Markelle Fultz, who basically, I have no idea what happened to this player. His shot got messed up, and after that, I don't think he's even playing anymore. I'm not really following Markelle Fultz's story. Next, we got Adam Morrison, who was part of the 2006 draft, and he was drafted number 3 overall. College legend, but NBA disappointment, which is sad to see. He didn't win any rings, and he's still a bust. For the power forward position, we put Anthony Bennett, who was drafted number 1 in 2013. A lot of people have him down as the worst first pick ever in NBA history. So I'll let you guys decide in the comments if you think that's correct. For the center position, we got Greg Oden, who was the first draft pick, and he was picked actually over Kevin Durant. For the sixth man, he is also playing center. We got Kwame Brown, who everyone basically knows. One of the worst picks ever. He played with Michael Jordan. He was a number 1 pick in the 2001 draft. And yeah, I don't really want to rant on. We all know Kwame Brown. For our seventh man, we got Darko Milicic, who was actually taken over Melo, Wade, and Bosh in the 2003 draft. He was picked number 2 just behind LeBron James. And lastly, for our 8th man position, we got Jahlil Okafor, who was picked 3rd in the 2015 NBA draft. And yes, for the other players, we just left it pretty much the same Indiana Pacers. The reason I picked Indiana Pacers is because a lot of the players are actually injured currently. So I decided to just delete most of those players and replace them with these busts. So let's just see how this goes. Like I did say, we are doing 10 seasons. Are they going to be able to progress together? At least one of them make an all-star? Maybe even win a championship? That's asking a lot, but we will see. And like I did say at the start of the video, there is no salary cap, so obviously everyone's going to be maxed out having 4+ years contracts with a lot of money. First game, we're going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're obviously one of the best teams in NBA 2K, so we're just going to simulate right through the day and see how well, or basically how bad we've done. And not too bad considering we got busts. 134 to 102. We were able to score 100 points. I was thinking we're only going to put up like 80 or so, but hey, we hit 102 points. Jimmy Fredette, 25, 3-1. Markelle Fultz, 22, 6-5. Adam Morrison, 19, 5-1. Anthony Bennett, 14, 5-1. Jahlil Okafor, 13, 10-1. And Kwame Brown and Greg Oden chipping in. And Milicic only scoring 1 point, but that's 7 boards. I mean, we lost the first game, but it doesn't really matter. We at least hit 100. But it looks like we're just going to lose all these games, guys. Can we at least win a game? I want to simulate to see if we're going to win a game. And we do against the Dallas Mavericks. So Cooper Flag, man, what are you doing? And Anthony Davis. Let's check what we did. Markelle Fultz, 25, 4-3 with 5 steals as well. That's pretty impressive. Jimmy Fredette with 22, 4-1. Adam Morrison, 22, 7-2. Anthony Bennett, 14, 6-3. Okafor with 11-4. Greg Oden, 9-6. Kwame Brown, 7-5-3. And Milicic with 6-13 boards. All right, man, we're going to simulate halfway through the season, and we're going to see how well or how badly this team is going to do in the modern NBA. All right, halfway through the season, we are currently bottom. Like, I thought we were going to at least be decent, but we are the worst team right now in the Eastern Conference. And does that mean the league? I mean, yeah, we're the worst team in the league. We only have 10 wins and 45 losses. That is ridiculous. And for our squad, Jimmy Fredette is leading us in scoring with 18 points a game. 4 rebounds a game, it is Greg Oden. 4 assists, it's Markelle Fultz. 4 steals, it's also Markelle Fultz. 4 blocks, it's Darko Milicic. 4 field goal percentage, it is Jahlil Okafor, because I'm going all the way down because he actually qualifies. The other people don't really play for us. For 3-point percentage, it is Jimmer Fredette with 42. That's pretty crazy. I mean, people did compare him to Steph Curry, so not too crazy. For 3-pointers made, it is Adam Morrison. And for free throws, it is also Adam Morrison. All right, man, nothing else really to show you. So we're just going to simulate towards the end of the season, and we'll just take a look at the awards because we're not even going to make it the playoffs at this point. End of the season, Victor Wembanyama is the MVP, averaging 25, 12, and 4. Crazy efficiency as well. And Adam Morrison gets most improved player, which kind of makes no sense because he wasn't even playing the season before. It really makes no sense, but we will take it. Obviously, no one in our squad is going to make any NBA team so far, but keep in mind, guys, this is the first season and they are rookies. I got them from the rookie historic draft. So we'll just simulate the playoffs and move on, and let's see who ends up winning the finals. And the finals MVP goes to Bam Adebayo. All right, man, season number 1 done. 9 more seasons to go. Hopefully we can pick it up and at least make the playoffs or something, because that was a terrible last season. By the way, before we end season number 1, I want to see how many wins we ended up getting at the end. And yeah, we only won 3 more games from when we last checked in. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. End of season number 2, Victor Wembanyama goes back-to-back winning MVP. Terrence Shepard, if you guys care about Rookie of the Year. Trae Young is now a 6th man, by the way. So 20 points and 6 assists, shooting efficiently as well. Back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years for Victor Wembanyama too. All right, man, he's killing it so far. Ben Saffras, Most Improved Player. And yeah, I just want to see how well we did this season. I don't know if we made the playoffs. I'm not even looking yet, but let's take a look at the NBA standings. And the Indiana Pacers, we are still at the bottom of the league. But hey, we went from, I believe, 10 wins last season to 25 wins. So obviously we're doing something better. This season, Markelle Fultz led us in scoring with 18 points a game once again. Rebounds, also Greg Oden once again. Assists, Markelle Fultz. Steals, Anthony Bennett. Blocks, Greg Oden. Field goal percentage, it was Markelle Fultz. 3-point percentage, once again, Jimmer Fredette. And free throw percentage, Adam Morrison. So yeah, this season we did not make the playoffs, so we'll just simulate the playoffs once again. And hopefully next season, their overalls go a little higher than they are right now, because everyone's pretty much sitting around 70 to 80 overall. I want someone to at least kick it up a bit so that we can win a few games and make the playoffs. And the Detroit Pistons end up winning the finals, and here's your finals MVP. On to year number 3. All right, start of year number 3, Markelle Fultz is now an 87 overall rated player. So hopefully that does wonders for this team. Greg Oden is an 83 overrated player. Adam Morrison, 83. Anthony Bennett, 82. Okafor, 81. Jimmer Fredette, still a 77. Kwame Brown, a 76. And Darko Milicic still in the 70s. So I don't know if he's going to go up at all. All right, man, it is year number 3. Hopefully we can do so much better than we've been doing. Make the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs in year number 5, I think we might have to stretch this video to at least 12 seasons. So far we're doing 10 seasons, but 12 seasons max. All right, year number 3, Victor Wembanyama goes 3 for 3, winning MVP once again, 27, 13, and 5. Very efficient once again too. Does he win Defensive Player of the Year? This guy, bro, he's literally the greatest player of all time every time you simulate in NBA 2K. All right, taking a look at our team this season, we actually made the play-in. So that's a big step from not even making the playoffs to winning 38 games and 44 losses. This season, Markelle Fultz leads us in scoring with 16.8 points per game. Rebounds is Oden with 8.8. Assists is Fultz with 7.7. Steals is also Fultz with 1.4. Blocks, it's Greg Oden. Field goal percentage, it is Okafor, which it's really bad considering he's a center and he's only shooting 48% from the field. 3-point percentage is once again Jimmer Fredette. All right, for the play-in tournament, we are going up against Trae Young, who was a 6th man, but right now he's in the starting lineup. So Trae Young and the Miami Heat. This team, it kind of does compare to the Miami Heat, but we're going to use sim cards. Hopefully it's a close game and we can jump into one of these. We are currently in the 4th quarter and it's looking like we are going to lose, and we have 120 to 102. We did put up quite a fight, but in the 4th quarter, we basically lost that one. And for us, Adam Morrison dropped 22 points in his first technically playoff game. Jimmy Fredette with 14 points, Markel Fultz with 14 as well and 8 assists, Greg Oden with a double-double, 12 and 11, Okafor with a double-double as well with 10 and 10, Anthony Bennett only with 4 points and 5 rebounds, and where the hell, Milicic did not even play, and Kwame Brown also did not play. All right, so year number 3, we did make a lot of progress. Hopefully we continue that onto year number 4 and make the playoffs completely, not just the play-in. And the New York Knicks end up winning the finals with finals MVP being Jalen Brunson. On to year number 4. All right, start of year number 4, Markel Fultz is now a 90 overall rated player, and Greg Oden has hit 85, same as Adam Morrison. So a lot of our players are picking it up right now. End of year number 4, Nikola Jokic is the MVP at the age of 34, 28, 12 and 9. Crazy efficiency as well, 55, 84 and 42% from the three-point line. I just want to see if we made the playoffs. That's all that really matters now. So this season we did worse than last season. We are a play-in team once again. We are the 10th seed, 33 wins and 49 losses. Markel Fultz has jumped up, by the way, but he's averaging 23 points a game. Jimmy Fredette 18, Adam Morrison 23, Anthony Bennett 20, Okafor with 15, Oden with 10, Kwame Brown chipping in with 5 points, and Milicic with 3.5. For assists, it's 10 assists from Markel Fultz. So he's basically turned into kind of an all-star superstar player for us. We don't really care about those statistics. Can it mean anything in the play-in? We are going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who do they have right now? As we've simulated quite a few years, Evan Mobley, 90 overrated player. Pretty much everyone else is decent, so their team kind of looks similar to ours, so it should be a close game. Like I said, I do want to jump in if it's a close game. If it's not, it's not. All right, currently we are now in the 4th quarter. It looks like we are up, but I don't trust us to win, but it's looking like we are going to do exactly that. 1 minute left. Oh my gosh, we end up winning in literally the last second. What the hell was that? I swear someone probably hit a game winner or something, but we don't even get to see that. I'm just happy we are moving on. And in this game, Jimmy Fredette dropped 23 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. Adam Morrison with 23, 6 and 2. And Anthony Bennett, 21, 6 and 6. On to the next game in the play-in. We are going up against the Orlando Magic, who have Mark Sears, 82, Jason Richardson, 82, Franz Wagner at 89, Paolo Banchero 92, and Timmy Carroll, who I believe is an auto-generated player. He's an 83 rated player. This is looking like a much difficult team to face just because Paolo Banchero is such a good player in NBA 2K. So let's just simulate. Hopefully, once again, it's a close game, and this time we can actually jump in. I'm going to simulate live with you guys right now, and it looks like we are getting demolished. Jesus Christ. Not even close. Like I said, Paolo Banchero is a very good player. And look at this, guys. 169 to 123. That was a complete demolition. Who else? Paolo Banchero, 39, 16 boards and 9 assists. Frank Wagner, 31, 9 and 9. This guy, who the hell is this? Melvin King, 26, 9 and 4. And Desmond Bain chipping in with 18. Out for us, Markel Fultz had a double-double with 22, 5 and 13. So that's very decent from him. As well as Greg Oden, 18 and 13. We have made some moves. We at least won a game in the playoffs. But I want to actually get into the actual playoffs, so not just the play-in. So hopefully next season, season number 5, that's halfway through the videos. End of season number 5, Terrence Shepard is the MVP. This guy also won Rookie of the Year, and his stats are already crazy. 4 years in the league, and he's already averaged 33 points last season and 35 basically this season as well. So he's obviously going to be a superstar, and he's a 98 overall already in the league. Crazy. Anyway, this season, I think it was one of the most sorry seasons for us. We literally were pathetic. 12 wins and 70 losses. Back to square one. Literally at the start of the video, we only won 8 or 10 games. And now we're back to that. We don't even make the play-in, man. And the Dallas Mavericks end up winning the NBA champion with Luka Doncic averaging 31, 7 and 10. And just before we head on to year number 6, look at this, guys. Like I said, they're already regressing. At the age of 22, Markel Fultz has gone down from a 91 to an 87. Greg Oden, how old is he? He's 23. He's gone down already. Like, these players are not getting any better. End of year number 6, a auto-generated player is the MVP, Daniel McKinney. 29 points, 16 boards, and 8 assists. I don't know why this simulation is having so many auto-generated players coming in, averaging crazy statistics. Once again, this season was not so good from us. I believe we also didn't make the playoffs. Let's check the NBA standings once again. And yeah, we weren't the worst team in the league, but we were the second worst team in the Eastern Conference. Only 24 wins and 58 losses. I think we're still yet to hit 40 wins in a season, and I just don't think we're going to do it. Year 7 is done, and Daniel McKinney goes back-to-back 35, 20 boards, and 9 assists. Crazy efficiency once again. Same story, man. I think this season we were even worse than last season. Let's take a look at the NBA standings, and we fall all the way to, last place, 20 wins and 62 losses. So obviously we won more this season, but every other team seems to be getting better but us. We're still yet to even make the playoffs, man, and I don't think we're going to at all. Taking a look at the scoring for us, obviously Fultz is leading us with 22, basically 23 points. Nunez, I don't know who this guy is, but it's an auto-generated player coming in with 22 points a game. Morrison with 20. Okafor with basically 20. Bennett with 18 points a game. And Greg Oden with 10. So yeah, like last season, we did not make any playoff run. So we're just going to simulate the playoffs. Cooper Flag, Western Conference. And is he going to win? Yes, he is. But it's actually Anthony Edwards. So that team looks stacked. All right, we are at the start of year number 8, but I wanted to jump in and see how our team plays, just to see how bad we really are, because we've been one of the worst teams in the league. And obviously, none of our players can really play defense or shoot very efficiently. So we're going to see that right now. Working on Jimmer Fredette, I believe, pulls up, cashes it in right over him, and he was actually there. I'm surprised he got that in. Smith Jr. working on a auto-generated player, good screen, and what kind of defense is that? Same spot, same result for Smith Jr. Oden in the paint. Kenny 10 passes it to, I can't even pronounce his name, but that was a good find from Greg Oden. Holland with the ball, working on Fultz, finds Jeffries. What kind of defense was that from Greg Oden? He overstepped. I can't believe he fell for that. Oden gets double team. What's he gonna do? Passes it back to that name that I cannot pronounce. Here he goes, pulls up for a mid-range J, cashes it in. All right, so far we're playing quite decently. I just don't understand how we keep losing terribly then. I guess we can't play defense, that's our one thing, but we're able to convert points. End of season number 8. That's 3 MVPs in a row for Daniel McKinney. 32, 16, and 8. Jesus Christ, man. Why can't we have that player in our team? We just got a bunch of busts. But anyway, this season, let's take a look at what we've done. Because at the start of the season, you guys saw me jump in a game. We don't play that terribly. It's just our defense we really need to work on. But let's check the NBA standings anyway. We are currently 13th. Once again, we are not making the playoffs, man. 27 wins and 55 losses. As I said, the league keeps getting better, but we just keep staying less than even mediocre. This season, Markelle Fultz is averaging 26, so it's not like we don't know how to score, like I said. It's literally we cannot play any ounce of defense. We've got a lot of players averaging 15 plus points. 23 from Adam Morrison, 20 from Okafor, 16 from Bennett, and Kwame Brown, even nearly 10 points from him. So yeah, like I said, we really need to work on defense, but next year is year number 9. And like I said, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs at all in this video, guys, which is quite pathetic, but we will add 2 extra years like I did promise anyway. So we'll play 12 seasons. And if that we still don't make the playoffs, that's pretty much it. And Victor Wembanyama, does he win the championship? Yes, he does. Start of year 9, by the way, guys. Greg Oden is now a 90 overall rated player, which he really never hit that potential in real life. So 2K definitely thinks he could have, regardless of injuries. Markelle Fultz still a 90. He keeps fluctuating between 87 and 92, but he's a 90 right now. Okafor is an 87. Morrison is an 84. Kwame Brown surprisingly hits 83 overall. Anthony Bennett is an 80. Jimmer Fredette really hasn't done much. He's only a 75 overall. And same as Milicic. He literally has not done anything. I'm pretty sure he was 72, or he stayed the same pretty much the whole video, 73. End of season number 9. Terrence Shepard, back to winning MVPs, 37 and 8. Rookie of the year goes to Gus Swift, averaging 17, 11 and 2. And not that, I mean, he's pretty efficient, 48%, 73% from the free throw line, but not from three. He's very inefficient, 30%. This season, guys, we finally have won 40 plus games. We are the 6th seed. So I guess Greg Oden and Marco Fultz being 90 overall rated players really helped us, man. First round, we are going up against the Orlando Magic, and they dominated us the last time we faced them. They pretty much had the exact same team, guys, except this Brendan Chambers guy. But France, Paolo, Brandon Miller, and Jeremiah Fears, yeah, I think we are going to get demolished. Game number 1 is looking like we are actually going to take this one, guys. We're down to the wire, and wow, we got our revenge. 142 to 124. Can we keep this up? Game number 2 is looking like a complete demolishing from the Orlando Magic, man. How do they hit 179 points? Like, when are you ever going to see that in a real NBA game? And we hit 140 points with players who shoot very inefficiently. So both teams clearly do not know how to play any defense. In this game, Brandon Miller for them gave us the business, 35, 5 and 6. Paolo Banchero with 31, 9 and 9. Fears with 27, 8 and 12. Jesus Christ, a lot of their players got nearly double-doubles, and this guy, a triple-double. Out for us, Marco Fultz had a breakout game, 41 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists, with 2 steals as well. Game number 3, we are going to use Simcast once again. Game number 3, we are in the 4th quarter. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left. It's nearly a tie game, so I'm jumping in. We're only down by 1 point. When are we ever going to see that? Banchero passes it to Walker. What kind of defense was that from Kwame Brown? Passes it to Oden. Oden getting double teamed, not this time. Oden backing down. Oden has to decide whether to put it up or not. Passes to Brown. Anthony Bennett has to put up the wild shot. Heavily contested. Greg Oden with a rebound. Clayton shoots it. Anthony, what the hell is going on now? Greg Oden deserves a bucket for getting so many rebounds. Good screen from Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown passes to Oden. Oden backing down once again. Has to put up a shot. Gets blocked though. Oh my goodness. Where is the offense? We actually played quite... Oh man. And then we're not going to play any defense right now. Look at this. Walker with the ball. Oh my God, leave him wide open, and we nearly missed the rebound. Here we go. Can we push it now? Anthony Bennett to Wayne Clayton Jr. Brown with the ball, backing down, passes to Okafor. Okafor dancing with the ball, 7 on the clock. Has to decide where to go with it. What is he doing? Wasting time on the clock. Oh my goodness. This is the type of offense that we're putting up, and he couldn't even put it up in time. He literally couldn't even put it up in time. And look at them showing the block on Greg Oden. That was mad disrespectful. It bumped off his head. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. We are down by 3 points. So far, no team can really score right now. Paolo Banchero with the ball. He's working on Anthony Bennett. Dancing with it right now. 10 on the clock. Paolo spinning. Paolo getting a bit clamped up though. 5 on the clock. Has to put it up quickly. Good defense we're playing right now. Surely. Oh my goodness. Just as I say that. Oh, far out, guys. You got to put a hand up on the shooters. What is going on with our defense? Fultz with the ball. Can we trust in Fultz? Fultz finds Okafor. Okafor, one of the worst centers ever. Okafor gets clamped up right now. What is he doing? Passes it back to Fultz. What kind of offense are we running? Fultz all the way to the rack. First, for fuck's sake, bro. Why is he forcing up this crazy ass floater? Why is he doing that? Fears passes to Chambers. Chambers, mid-range J, pulls out, bricks a shot. Vaughn to Fultz. Fultz to Clayton. Clayton deciding where to go with it. Clayton steps it back a bit. Who does he find? He finds Okafor. Okafor, 3 on the clock. 10. Oh my freaking God. This guy Chambers is locking up our centers. Paolo Banchero pulls up. Mid-range J, cashes that in. Are you kidding me, guys? Man, oh man. Chambers is locking up Greg Oden and Okafor. But Okafor is sorry, man. He's so bad to Okafor. Okafor. Look at him, bro. What is he doing? He's just putting up wild shots, not even thinking where he's going. Paolo Banchero working on Bennett. Paolo turns, fades. Can he cash it in? Yes, he can, man. I've seen enough to know why we don't win any games, man. All right, man, we are down 2-1. We're just going to use Simcast once again. I really have no hope in us winning, but at least we don't have to go 12 years because we did make the playoffs. So this is the second last year, man. If we at least make a bit of a push, but yeah, it looks like we're not. We're getting completely demolished by the Orlando Magic, man. 133 to 161. Jesus, man. Okafor in this game, 23 and 8. Yeah. Like, the team is so much better than ours. There's really not much we can do about it. We're down 3-1. We're just going to simulate the game. And yeah, we end up being eliminated 4-1. Start of year number 10, the final season. Let's take a look at the overalls. Greg Oden is a 91 overall rated player. Fultz a 91 as well. Jahlil Okafor is an 87, so he hasn't moved or regressed. Morrison, he regressed quite a bit. I think it was at 86 or 87. He's an 84 right now. Kwame Brown staying the same, 83. Anthony Bennett, 81. Who else was in this squad? Milicic, I mean, he's gone up 174, but he hasn't done anything. Jimmy Fredette, he's now 30 years old, and he's gone down from a 75 to a 73 rated player. Yep, I don't think we're going to make a push, but hey, prove me wrong, this team. Once again, Kings himself as the MVP, 25, 15, and 7. Pretty much everyone is auto-generated at this point of the season. Well, except Victor Wembanyama. How old is he now? He is 31, so he's still killing it. But this season, guys, I don't even think we even made the playoffs once again. So let's take a look at the NBA standings. And did we make the playoffs or play-in? No, we didn't. The last season, 22 wins and 60 losses. This has been one of the most losing teams ever in NBA history, considering how many high overall players they had. But you got to keep in mind, these are some of the greatest what-if players, you know. We got Greg Oden, he became injured. Anthony Bennett, Adam Morrison, Marco Fultz, who I just have no clue what happened to him. Jimmy Fredette, deemed the next Steph Curry, wasn't there. Kwame Brown, everyone said he had small hands, so he couldn't catch a ball. Yeah, this team is so sorry. And we didn't even see Darko Milicic do anything really. A lot of this season, he did not even play. Anyway, guys, you let me know if these are the biggest busts in NBA history or if I've missed any. If you have any video suggestions, comment down below and I'll do it, man. It's been your boy. Take care. Peace.